first item on the agenda is telling of the as of the 2016 annual ordinary meeting. Hello, everybody. Your attention, please. Your attention, please. All right. Today, November 5, 10 a.m. p.m. According with Article 49 of the Rules and Regulations, the required notice was sent to all owners by mail, stating the place, the date, and the hour of the meeting. So right now, I make the first call, and we will see if we have a quorum. We will wait 15 minutes. Thank you very much. Work with, and that's why Rodrigo Soto is here. He is the owner of Cumbre Group, and he has a very good alternative for the service of internet and more services. So I leave the microphone with Rodrigo.
Thank you, Robert. Hello, my name is Rodrigo Soto. I'm based in Mexicali. Right now we're trying to open an office here locally. I spoke to some of you during these other past 2 days. So who was here yesterday from you guys? Okay, so I mean pretty much, I don't know if you want me to go over or if you have some questions from yesterday. Okay, let me run it there so you can write it down. ¿Tienes internet? Internet not working. I'm sorry. Okay, this is the main site. You go all the way to the bottom, or you can go to the top of where it says links. Just click there. Yes. So you can just go strictly there. Just go to download the presentation, and you can access the presentation.
Can you give us the slide?
Yes.
Puedes abrir una hoja en Word y nomás poner la página.
So who wasn't here yesterday? Okay. Okay, so who hasn't heard about the presentation? Right? I'll just go briefly, and again, you can access the information that's this presentation through the website. That's the website.
Is that in English and Spanish?
It's in English. So we can start with a brief presentation, and then I can leave the link after that. Is that okay? Okay. So high-speed internet. We came here a few weeks ago. We made a study basically on the needs that you have here and what is working and what is not. We find out that you have a shared network system. We're bringing a dedicated service, pretty much is used in businesses like banking, gas stations, hospitals, and maquiladoras down in Mexicali. Our provider is a U.S. company called Transtelco. They're from Texas. They're coming into Mexico underground with fiber optic. And from there, on the first stage, we're grabbing the fiber optic and we're using new technology to send it over wireless straight to the branch and then from here to your house. So we basically started by looking for solutions. So we found 3 solutions. Doing fiber optic all the way to your house, doing a fiber wireless solution, And the third one is where we come in and we set up the infrastructure, so you don't have to, as a community, pay for that. So we can go to the next. Again, we started on how fast internet affects home prices. From the study made from the University of Colorado, your real estate can increase from 2 to all the way 5% just for having high-speed internet. So go to the next. So here you're gonna read about the reasons why having fiber optic. To the next one. This is just a blueprint for the whole El Dorado Ranch. Next one. La Ventana. So this was the first option, just coming in here, doing fiber optic all the way to the ground, direct to your houses. And that will have a cost of roughly $5 million. And to do about 200 kilometers, 200 to 400 access points. So that will be divided into the whole, about 6,000 lots sold. I know from there are like 2,000 permanent residents. Next. Air fiber, that's pretty much our second solution as well. This very good company from the US. The founder of that company comes from Motorola. They have been doing a really great job. And that's the one that actually we're using down in Mexicali and some other parts, DJ and all over, and that's what we're trying to bring here. This will be kind of the antennas and how to get it straight here to the ranch, all the way coming from Mexicali. This is a US company bringing data, but as soon as they cross, because I had a question, we have a Mexican IP, and from there we just take it and come all the way here. We are in talks with them, maybe in a few, I don't know, years or 2, 3, 4 years or so. Whenever we get to some number of users, we can do 162 kilometers of fiber optic from that company all the way here. Next. This is the price, cost, infrastructure cost. Air fiber, $1,650,000, and fiber optic again close to $5 million. And if the case was that everybody was agreed to have this infrastructure, it will be cost for the air fiber $650 and $1,000 for if the all 6,000 residents will say yes. So we know that was not going to be feasible because that's a lot of people, and pretty much we needed to go for the third option. So before the third option, you're going to find here the information, what's the difference between dedicated service and non-dedicated service. Next. Here. This is the service that you have right now with Delner or some other provider. You are a non-dedicated service, so this is what you're paying for, but this is what you're using. If you can access internet, that's what I hear, and that's the issue that we are having, especially to try to connect. We brought a demo with the entertainment box, and I have to connect it through my data phone because it goes up and down, and we're not able to plug it here. So the service that we're bringing here is a dedicated service. It will be this graphic over here. If you get data, that's all yours, 100%. You get 10 megs, 20 megs, 5 megs. It's up and down, upstream, downstream. And we are trying to come up all the way to 20 megabytes per second, but we're gonna visit each one of the residents who sign up to see what are their data needs. Somebody has a home office, somebody has a stream device, somebody has Netflix, smart TV, not smart TV. So based on what they need, we're gonna adapt the data that you're gonna use, so you never run out. In the case that you run out, you just have to give us a call or come by the office and we will set it up again. So that's why we're trying to bring an office. We're actually setting up the office across the street that is empty here, so we'll be permanently here. Starting Monday, we'll be in this area until we fix the office across the street. It will take us 2-3 weeks to close that. You had a question?
Is there more cost by how much data you need?
No, it's unlimited. It's not like satellite that they cap you 4 or 5 gigs. No, here's unlimited. You can use all your data. Next one. So this is the third option that we came down to. No infrastructure cost for residents. How we're gonna do it? We're gonna be increasing the service in blocks of 100 residents. So it will be the installation fee, $365, $79 per month. You're gonna get the high-speed internet. You're gonna get an unlimited US phone number. If you have your existing US phone number, if you wish to have the same number, we can do the paperwork to transfer your existing number to this new number. Unlimited calls to US and Canada. And you're gonna get the entertainment TV box that, let's see if we can run it here later on so you can see it. And you have like TV shows, movies and so on, yes.
Now, do you have to pay extra for like HBO Star?
No, it's all included. Yes. Yes, Gold Channel.
I couldn't hear the question back here.
Yes, sir.
I couldn't hear the question.
The HBOs, they're all open.
Couldn't hear your question.
Does it include
HBO, Cinemax Stars, Sports Channel, Tennis Channel, Golf Channel, all those? And he said yes.
Eliminate.
what is it? CNBC?
Yes. Adult channel, yes. Kids channel, yes.
What?
Then you must.
ABC, NBC, CNN.
No, this is CNBC.
Yes.
Can we also get local, like NBC,
Frente para frente.
CBS, ABC?
Most of them are East Coast channels, so yes.
Yeah, two questions. One, are those channels coming at a different time? Can we watch current programs going on at the moment, or do we have to watch them after the fact?
It's pretty much live TV, so as is the live feed going on, maybe you're gonna have a 5-second delay from the
But if it's
real
East
feed.
Coast, it's going to be a different time.
Yes, it's a few hours ahead. Yes.
Yeah, so we have to watch at a different time than it would be.
Yes.
Okay.
It is very much a mix because we have East Coast and West Coast channels.
It doesn't matter.
So that again, that's why we brought the demo, so you can demo the entertainment guide. It will be
Oh, that was another question. There is an entertainment guide.
yes.
Okay. And then if people from the US call us on the phone, is there no charge to them, or do they have to
No,
pay?
it's no charge. It's unlimited US
Okay.
number.
Thank you.
Yes.
How many programs can you record at one time?
You cannot record any programs. You can access them. It's a combination of live TV and Netflix. So if you like TV shows or series or movies, you can access them anytime and continue viewing those channels and live TV. So
Yeah, but
you cannot record live TV.
I cannot record
Yes,
live TV.
it's on demand. No.
It's on demand though.
Yes, it's on demand, all streaming through the box. Yes, sir.
If you get a separate outboard box like a TiVo, then wouldn't you be able to record that if you have a separate TiVo or an Apple?
No, because TiVo, it's not the technology is not related to the stream box because what you're accessing to is through the internet and through the interface that the entertainment box has. So you're not able to plug in the type TiVo to record.
So this is, it's streaming, it's strictly
Yes,
streaming.
it's straight stream. Yes.
All the issues with, because we've, everybody here has tried streaming and had real issues. And I would guess with 20 meg, it's pretty much the minimum for streaming. Maybe we wouldn't have that issue, but a lot of live broadcasts don't stream instantly, and some don't at all. So the live TV issue is actually stream TV.
Yes,
that live channel happens to do streaming. So, I mean, it's still a great deal, but it's not quite perfect.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much as soon as you see it working, you get all your answers, questions answered.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. So this is pretty much, yes, sir.
Two quick questions if I can. We are not here full time. If we sign up, is the 79 payable every month if we're not using it?
No, sir, this is a pay as you go. That's why you're paying for your monthly fee and your installation. But you have to give us a notice saying, hey, Rod, we're here in 6 months, and 6 months we're not here. So let's say you have a tenant or you rent. You can also call us and set it up for 30 days. And you just have to tell us so we don't go and pick up the equipment. We just leave it there for those 6 months.
Okay, the second part of the question, we have a Vonage phone which I use for work in San Diego. Can I bring that down?
Sure, you can just,
And I get that same
sure, you can just plug it in and have your number. That's fine. Yes, ma'am.
Does streaming go through Google or Hula or any? Does streaming go through Google or Hula, or what program does it use for streaming?
No, it's pretty much private channels, and they gather all the live links, and that's how you access them. It's pretty much like an application, an app through the system, and that's how you browse for pretty much all the content.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Come on, Carlos. Run, Carlos. Too gordo.
Do you have any current communities that you've set up with these systems, and if so, how many?
Right now we're working with Palladium Group. It's a hotel chain from Spain. They're based in Spain, in Ibiza. They're working down in Riviera Maya, working with the director of marketing there and IT. Right now we're testing at Riviera Maya, Palladium. There are about 2,500 rooms. They're expanding into a new hotel, 3,000 rooms. So that's how this provider pretty much made the interface for them, and that's why it's so easy to access. So those are our customers.
But nothing spread out like homes, what you're talking about, just in...
No, just concentrated resorts pretty much.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I have a quick question. I'm a full-time resident and I have Dish TV.
Okay.
And I have Exceed. And I have no internet today, which is probably a few other people said the same thing. I like the what they call it, DVR, where I can record something when I want to. It's important for me personally.
Yes.
Can I keep that and have this?
Sure, I mean...
is it cheaper just to have internet only?
No, it's pretty much what you're paying for is for the data. Again, please read about what is the difference about dedicated service and non-dedicated service. It is more expensive because you have a dedicated data service as a difference as a non-dedicated service that you have right now. So you can keep your existing infrastructure, whatever you have right now. That has to do with what you have. Let's say we sign up 500 customers, 2,000 customers, and there's only 2 using Telner. That's fine. I mean, Telner is going to keep giving their service. So for us as a small medium company, we were able to come and pitch into this business because the new reform in telecommunications a few years ago, where they allow small companies to use and sell pretty much communication. So that's why we are here. That's why we're setting up a local office, so just to bring this service to you guys. I think, Robert, that's pretty much all the information. We're gonna be here, and yes.
How soon would this happen?
We are projecting to signing up the first block in about a week, no more than 2 weeks, and it will take us about 4 to 6 weeks to start seeing the installation here. So
fiber optics has already been run.
Scally? Fiber optic.
Fiber,
Been run.
the stream will be from Mexico. Yes.
Is it already running?
No. Well, we'll have to set it up. Actually, antenna is going to be in the back of the office across the street. So, yes, sir.
One more, you showed a map of,
The antennas.
well, prior to that, a map of El Dorado Ranch, and there was a big oval.
Oh, yes, I think that was in the blueprints. I think that's in the old.
That's a leaps.
Oh, okay. So that wasn't indicating an area that could be covered, so you can cover the entire range.
Pretty much, all the way up to El Dorado Ranch, all the way down to here.
And when you refer to the blocks of 100, that's strictly a unit number. In other words, those people don't have to be in a concentrated area.
No, sir.
You need 100 people regardless of where they're at.
Sure.
But then the 101st person has to wait till there's 99 more people.
Sure, but again, we don't make any charges until we get the block. We give a call and we just go 100 by 100. I mean, that's the only way for us to pitch in with the infrastructure and scaling the service.
So there's going to be a stampede for that first 100 people. All right, thank you.
Okay. Okay, well, thank you very much. We'll be here. We're here to hear you and to see how we can solve any more issues. Thank you very much for your time.
That's it, Rodrigo. Okay, Rodrigo will be outside for those of you who have more questions after thinking this a little bit more. So he will be out and he will have the TV box working out there so you can see the streaming working. All right. We have the first numbers. It's owners 31, proxies 3, and developer 128 votes. So that's a total of 162. While Rodrigo was talking, we took the next 15 minutes for the second call, so I make now the second call. If you agree, I can give you the numbers after the second 15 minutes. The owners are 32, proxies are 5, so that becomes 37 plus 128 developers, same number, that becomes 165. Now we have 6 minutes to go for the third call. I make the third call and then waiting the 7 minutes we will start. Thank you. I'll give you some information before. I would like to say that as I go through the agenda, I will ask for a motion and a second on the agenda items requiring a vote. Then I will allow the question only as it relates to the current agenda item under consideration in the microphone. Then, after we hear all the questions that there could be, we will go for the vote. It could be by raise of hands or by ballots. The person using the microphone making the question must first state their first name and last name and their lot number or where they live. Then I will call for a vote. Like I say, it will be taken by show of hands or ballot. When the meeting is adjourned, I will open the floor for questions. All questions must be made using the microphone in the center of the floor. In order to be fair and provide an opportunity for the most people present to access the microphone, the speaker will be limited to either one statement or one question with an option for one follow-up question. If the same speaker wishes another turn at the microphone, they must go to the end of the line. Thank you. There has not been more registered owners or proxies, so the final number is as stated in the second call, owner 32, proxy 5, and developer 128, so that's 165. Now this general assembly meeting is now called to order in accordance with the Article 49E of the Rules and Regulations. I appoint myself as President of the Assembly and Mrs. Socorro Gomez as the Secretary of the Assembly. This time I will select two clerks from the audience The only requirement is that the clerk can be an owner who resides at the ranch in order to be able to sign the necessary paperwork after the meeting. May I have a sea of hands for this? I am asking for 2 volunteers, please. I know that all of you want to do it. Yes, it's just counting the votes. If we do it by hand, Jack is the first one. Thank you, Jack Lavin. And who can be the second one? All right, should I appoint somebody?
Yes.
Jeff is going to. Thank you very much. All right. Now we have our 2 clerks. The next item in the agenda is to approve the November 2015 ordinance meeting of last year. The draft of it has been in the webpage for almost 1 year, so everybody who wants to read it and go through it has all the time to do it right now. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes of last year? Second? Okay, all in favor, please, by a show of hands. Okay, those not in favor? Okay, it passes. Thank you very much. I would like to introduce you our current supervisors of La Ventana del Mar, which is Mrs. Denise Lavin and Hans Whiteshoot, who unfortunately is not at this time here. I want to thank them for their enthusiastic participation in this committee, working with the management of the HOA. Now, Mrs. Denise Lavin will present the supervisory committee report.
Good morning, I guess it is. Feels like it's good night after all the other meetings that we've had this week. Hans is not here because about 6 weeks ago, he was out in his yard doing some yard work and unfortunately slipped and fell, broke his pelvis and his femur. And he is still up in Orange County in a hotel, going to physical therapy on a regular basis. He hopes to be back here probably sometime, December, but doesn't know for sure. His hopes and the doctor's orders don't always coincide. But he's still keeping track of things. He's on internet and we chat occasionally, so just wanted to let you know the update on him. So please keep that in mind and hold him in your good thoughts. Okay, this is our annual report. Some basic information we're going to cover today. Okay. Supervisor's responsibilities, the overall status of La Ventana, and then budget collections and audits, so you know what's going on there. Okay? The basic information about La Ventana del Mar. Okay, it is a not-for-profit corporation. We are composed of 830 La Ventana lots when all are registered. There's one section that's not all registered at this time. And it's also composed of 300 Las Villas condominiums when all are completed. So that's the complete build out here. Okay. Las Villas is not a separate corporation. They are a subset of our corporation. They are a community with its own budget, and that budget is, a part of that budget is to pay for services that La Ventana del Mar provide for them in the community, and that's based upon their indiviso interest, just like our lots, our dues are based on indiviso interest. Okay. This year, the amount budgeted for Las Villas to contribute to La Ventana in the budget is $123,209. La Ventana del Del Mar provides the following services to Las Villas. We provide management, accounting, audits, insurance, security services, the entry facility, the main boulevard coming in, all the other roads, beach access, and the Palapa pool and activities that transpire there. The water treatment plant is also something that we provide. Electricity and water of the common areas outside of the villas. So all the rest of the community that's not just right in the villas, we provide that as well as general maintenance to the community. Okay, the number of dues paying lots in La Ventana. We have registered 652 owners that have a dues obligation. At this time, we have 250 of those folks that are delinquent on their accounts. This leaves 402 owners budgeted to pay the 2017 dues. So our budget is based upon the 402 number. Just so you know, the supervisor's responsibilities are specified in our Articles of Incorporation and Regulations in Chapter 7, Section 24. Basically, we have the oversight of the administrator over there. We review the monthly financials and operational reports, and we report to the General Assembly. So that's what I'm doing today. We have no management authority. We have a very good working relationship, but we don't have any management authority. One of the things that all of the homeowners associations, EDR, Las Villas, and La Ventana have been working on is to have open and transparent, timely communication. One of those that we do is we report at the annual meeting. We have combined supervisors committee newsletter, and that is on the website, and it's also sent to all the active members who have an active email in the system. Hard copies for those of you that don't have email or your internet's down or whatever are available in the HOA office. But if you're not receiving those, please go to, you can go to Socorro right over here today, or any of the gals sitting there, and give her or any of the other gals your current email address. Now I know we were laughing last week or so because somebody had tried to send me an email from my bridge group. They had my email back when I was working. I've been retired 9 years. So we decided we better update that. So you might want to just check to see if your email is current, if you're not getting the emails. Okay. Also, we have all the town hall meetings are posted on the website. So we've worked very diligently to make sure that we improve communication. Supervisors evaluate these monthly reports. The spending versus the budget, so we know, okay, we've got this much money left and we've spent this much. We look at the cash in the bank to make sure we have enough to cover the expenses for the month. And we look at the status of current and delinquent accounts. We look at the status of past due accounts and the cash flow projection to the end of the year. Get a report so we know, okay, we've spent this much, this is how much we're planning to spend the next several months. Are we going to make it or not? And sometimes white knuckle chewing our fingernails, but we do look at them. And those reports are all available on the website. And if you don't have the website address, please write it down. http://www.eldoradoranchhoa.com.mx. So you have to have the HOA on it, otherwise you get back to the original El Dorado Ranch one, which is not a bad thing, it's just not where you want to be. Okay. Okay, so now the report on the overall status of the community. Based on the review of all those monthly reports I mentioned to you and the operational reports, our evaluation is that the overall administration of La Ventana HOA and its facilities is satisfactory. Roberto Islas and his staff have effectively managed our budget with decreasing income. Our income has dropped drastically this year, and they've still been able to provide us services. We went from the beginning of the year with 458 dues-paying owners to 402 at the budget planning time in September. As of the end of September, because we budgeted by the end of August, end of September, our figures are up to 407. So collections are helping, and we're working on it. But it's still not the best financial state to be in. But well, it's a nice state to be in. Okay, Roberto and his staff have identified all possible ways to reduce and control costs without affecting services. And I think I, for one, take my hat, if I had one on, off to them, because they've managed every month to make sure that our services are still provided and that we haven't gone without the things that we need. And it's not been easy, guys. They also have limited our capital expenditures because we don't have the money to buy a lot of the things that we need to do to improve our community, but they've kept us so that we haven't gone backwards, and that's important. One of the things that they've done too, they just recently negotiated a contract for the garbage collection without any increase in cost to the HOA. So thank you very much. For 3 years, I wasn't sure it was 3. And that's for the all the garbage and the porta potties that are over here for the guards. So they did a good job with that. And I have to say they have very open communication with owners through the town hall meetings, and they have very open communication with the supervisors. Okay. This year, the HOA is concentrated on many projects to maintain and improve our community. So I'm going to just send you through some of the pictures. If you've been to the town hall meetings, you will have seen all of these before. But I think it's really something that you need to see, because these guys with limited money have been able to do this for us. Okay. We bought 100 membranes, cartridges for the water treatment plant. Okay. Those are the things that it all filters through. Activities was purchased, we bought a wireless speaker for them. Yes, yeah. David's over there going, yay, okay. We put new roofs on the storage sheds over by where the old activities area was and the tennis courts. That's where we have the storage areas for La Ventana. Okay. Security guard, and Alma, right there in the picture, she's outside on the security guard, so check her out, that's really her. They bought 36 security guard shirts, they bought 24 Dickie pants, and they also refilled 49 fire extinguishers. If you know anything about fire extinguishers, they go bad, and they have to be refilled periodically. For security and maintenance vehicles, they bought tires for the pointer used by security, and for the F-150 and maintenance, they bought a set of tires as well. So, and they're not, you know, the ones that you go down at the Yonterra that have been redone, they're the good ones, you know, brand new guys. They've done road repairs, and I don't know exactly which road it is, but it was done, what, over the summer? Yeah, the Blue Gate coming all the way down here. For a while during the year, after the rains a little bit, we didn't have a lot, but we had some big potholes, so they put red dirt in and smoothed them out. So it has really helped on the roads. Okay? They've done renovations to the kids' pool over at the Palapa, and they have also done renovations to the spa. So our pool area is getting improved. At the Palapa, they renovated the handicap bathroom, put new fixtures in the sink, put a new toilet in, put a new shower with a handheld shower. So if you're handicapped, that's going to be a lot easier for you to use. So they've done a very nice job revamping it. They posted speed limit signs all around the community. I know many of you don't read them, but they are there. Because from my upstairs bedroom, I can look and see people coming in the blue gate, and you know, it's 25. By the time you're past the blue gate, you're already at 30. I know you're not necessarily reading those. Okay, we bought some more sewer treatment plant membranes, and we provided equipment for the ultraviolet part of the sewer treatment plant. We have two different things that go through the membranes where it's filtered, and then there's an ultraviolet light that bakes all the stuff to clean it up a little better. So then it becomes more gray water instead of black water. Okay? We have a new underwater plant for the sewer treatment plant too. It's a pump, so that it can pump things out and get rid of it. Okay? We've been working on the perimeter fence repairs. They haven't been able to do a lot, but what they do is they take out a section and then they take it to the shop and they, strip it down and then repaint it. So they're doing a section at a time. I figure I'll either be in my grave or 100 years old by the time they get to where my house is, but it's coming. They've started on the beach and then they're working up the side. They also repaired and repainted the main gate, so our La Ventana Del Mar gate looks really nice. Okay. We have new shades for the Palapa pool. I was down there, I guess it was in the spring, and they immediately called Roberto, "Where are my shades? There's no shades here." We went to sit down and it's full sun. He says, "It's okay, Denise, relax. They're on order." And they came. He said they'll be here next week, and they were. They have installed cameras in the reception building and the main gate, that you come in here, so that they can monitor who's coming in and check what's going on. And they also have an Epcom 8 receiver. So the camera's not good unless you have some way to download it and see what's going on the camera. So they had to have that too. And we have purchased a new water truck for the sewage treatment plant in conjunction with Las Vegas. We shared the cost on that. So it's brand new. And Roberto explains that when we get a truck or any equipment, we send a mechanic to do a full inspection. And if the mechanic says this isn't right, they either fix it or we don't buy it. And on our water treatment trucks, what they do also, they've installed baffles inside the water trucks so that when you're driving along the road, if you have to swerve for something, the water doesn't slosh around and you roll. The baffles keeps it stable. So they've made some really wise choices in the items that they're purchasing too. Okay. We have had some joint projects with EDR that I'd like to let you know about. We have the dog park. EDR did all of the work on this, so they need credit for that. But it's open to all members, both sides of the road. They cleaned a storage area near the south gate. It has a secured gate. It has 2 benches. And it has trash containers and doggy cleanup bags. And a committee will be monitoring that. And the person in charge of that is Sue Green, and her email is going to be coming up shortly. S_green@usa.net. If you're a dog lover and you want to be a part of that committee that helps monitor the dog park, please email Sue. She'd love to have your help. And here's some pictures of the dog park. So look at it. It's actually got the doggy bags like they have, in real dog parks. It's like, whoa, we're uptown. And, they've got pooper scoopers and rakes. And they have a secure gate. It's not open yet because what they're doing is they're putting in another human kind of gate because that gate's big enough to drive a truck through. So if we have to go in and do any major repairs or anything, they can get in and do that. But the human gate will be one that closes so that the dogs don't get out.
The parks I've seen do a double gate, so if somebody's coming in, a dog can't go out and come into a little enclosed area and then a second gate.
I don't know about that, and I wasn't on the committee, but I will let Sue, and I know we have one of the EDR supervisors here, so we can maybe talk about that. Oh, okay.
As a matter of fact, we are going to do that this week, next week, and it's going to be, we will keep the big doors because we want to put trucks sometimes in, but we'll have a side door for the people. So when you come in, you can open the big one, then close it, and then you go inside by a small door. So there's no way that the other dogs can stray out. So yeah, we think about that later on, but that's very easy to do. It's less than 1 week we'll have it.
Thank you. Okay. In addition, people have asked to have a memorial wall or some way to memorialize people that are no longer here, that have been our friends and neighbors. We are going to be doing a mosaic memorial wall, and it's made out of tiles. We're going to have a contest for the actual design of the mosaic, but we're asking you, if you have unused floor tiles, to drop them off over at activities, and they will be collecting them. And then once we have the contest, we'll have a couple of local artists actually judge the contest, then the mosaic will be put in place.
Where is it?
It will be on, I believe, the wall going into the pool. Right, so it'll be in an area that once the community center gets built, it'll still be a part of the community center and visible for everybody. But if you're an artist, get thinking of what kind of an idea of a mosaic you'd like to design. We want everyone's participation. And if you're not real artistic like me, just bring your tiles over. I'll take those. Okay. Safety and emergency services. In case of emergency, please call La Ventana. Well, it's the whole ranch's emergency services. If you don't have that number written down or tattooed on your eyelids or something, please write it 576-0345. Our security department is the first line of defense, folks. They are the ones that if an emergency happens, you need to call. They'll then come and assess the situation and then follow through by either calling the police or the fire department. And they have been very instrumental in calling the police and catching. I don't know, how many guys did you guys catch? 8 guys that are in the prison. Okay.
What do you want?
And we, as supervisors, and you as owners, can see the report from SAFE as well as the report from security. So we get those reports each month so we know what's happened and how it's been handled. Baja Medical Center, BMC, provides routine and emergency services. So I'd like to tell you a little about that. They're open from 8 to 5 every day. And they have after-hour medical emergencies. What happens there, you call security. They'll then call Baja Medical and get the help that you need. Okay? They also assist with medical evacuation by assessing you. The staff will stabilize and prepare you for evacuation. Okay? And that's now available through Cruz Roja. Now I know Barry Christian's not here, but the local Rotary has set up a fund. You can donate to Rotary. It's tax deductible in the U.S. They have an actual ID number, and that money goes to keep the Cruz Roja, what do you call them, ambulances equipped. Do you have any more comments on that, Steve? Yes?
Do you know if they're doing flu shots this year? Some years they have, but I haven't heard it.
I think they were going to. Jeff, flu shots. No, I'm looking, Ed, do you know if they have flu shots at BMC? Flu shots? None at this time.
Yeah, they are not available. They have to be provided by the Secretary of Health. They don't have them.
Okay, he said they have to be provided by the Secretary of Health, and they don't have them right now, so we don't have any of those. Okay, the other thing, if you're being transported, it costs $400 to transport you to the border. But the good news is Emergency Services Office keeps $400 there. The HOA has funded that, so we can loan you the money, and then when you get back or your relatives get back, they pay back the money. So not to have a, fit, you won't be transported because you don't have money. We'll take care of that. Okay, they also have diagnostic equipment there. They have x-ray and ultrasound equipment, and they also have portable defibrillators, and they're used for first responders. And I can attest to that. I got stung New Year's Eve 2 years ago by a scorpion after New Year's Eve and a few other things. Anyway, they came immediately. They had the defibrillator, they had all their equipment. They stayed with me for over an hour to make sure that I was okay. So I know that they do it and they do an excellent job. I felt very safe and cared for. And again, those Baja Medical Center's minutes are posted on our website as well each month. Yes.
Do La Ventana residents or EDR residents pay for the diagnostic equipment?
We pay a fee monthly to Baja Medical.
Are there any plans to update the x-ray machine? Because I've taken x-rays from here to my doctor in the States and they just laugh.
I don't know. I don't serve on that committee, but I know that we are, in fact, you guys all got that little white, the medical survey. Put that on there because the contract with BMC comes due 2017, the end of 2017. And we have a committee in place that is going to be negotiating the contract. So if that's something that's really a priority, make sure you get that on that little survey. Yeah, because I know nowadays everything goes, electronically.
Right. Well, I know that we are entitled to a chest x-ray, but it's worthless.
Okay. So I just wanted to let you know that that medical survey thing that you took is really important because we do have a committee already in place. Yes?
Last March, I cracked a bone in my wrist. We went down here, and they took an x-ray, said it was fine. 4 weeks later, up in the States, I had it with the crack, and they had it retaken. It's not the fact that they don't want to do it.
Right.
The equipment's no good.
Just old. Yeah. Oh, okay. So make sure you put that on the survey. That's
And for all we know, it can be dangerous. So
I don't know. I'm a doctor, but not a blood kind of doctor. I don't do that stuff, so. And
I'm a guest here, but I do serve on the BMC committee. Recently, we have acquired a brand new x-ray machine. It is digital. It is far superior to the old film type x-ray we had. We can put the x-ray on the screen and turn it and look at any direction to any x-ray that you got. We couldn't do that before. It's only been here about 3 weeks.
thank you.
awesome. Yes. That's why Ed comes to all the meetings, so he can help answer all my questions. Thank you. Okay, good news, folks. Okay, I think, these are just the services that they provide. I'll just go through them quickly. And they're per lot, okay? 3 visits per year with a $10 copay. Free monthly office visits for blood pressure check and prescription refills. Free semi-annual office visits for now digital chest x-rays and cholesterol screening. And free annual office visit for a complete blood count, CBC, urinalysis, and electrocardiogram. So those services are there now. We know we've got better services with the x-rays. All right. let's start talking about the budget, because that's always a big question when we come to these meetings. Okay. Along with management, the supervisors reviewed each line item to determine the 2017 budget. And we go line by line by line. And Lala will tell you I ask a bunch of questions about every item and how come it's that much and how can we cut costs and that kind of thing. In most cases, those items have gone down by line item because so has our income. We have also looked at the capital expenditures for next year, and those are kind of non-existent at this time because we don't have the income. We built the budget based on income we knew was coming in. Okay? We have provided, now this is, you guys are going, whoa, wait a minute. Everything else is going down. You're going to give salary increases at 12% this year. How are you doing that? It's the difference in the peso exchange rate. When we built the 2016 budget, it was at 15 to 1. We're now at 17.75 when we built the budget, and it's gone up even higher. So that's an 18% increase. We got 6% cushion there, guys. So we felt that the employees that have been working here have not had a cost of living increase. Well, last couple of years, we gave them 4% last year and 2% the year before. But I mean, they were still a gazillion percent behind. So we're trying to catch them up. If we pay a good wage, we're going to be able to keep good employees. And we want to do that. We have some employees back there counting. Okay. Yes. She's asking what are our plans when the peso exchange rate goes down. Like I said, we're built on 17.75. We're hoping, as I said, our budget is built on 402. We're up to 407. That will give us a little cushion there. And then we have active collections, and we're hoping that that's going to help as well. And I'll explain a little more about that.
2017 is expected to go even higher. So I think in 2017, when we did the budget, we decided that we were good for 2017 because Mexico predicts that it will go up, not down. So, am I correct, Roberto?
Yes, I am in total agreement with what Mrs. Denise Walter is saying. We are looking all the time at the economic news of our government and international markets, and you know that this is defined by the markets. So I have been here in San Felipe for 40 years, and I have never seen the exchange rate go down, except when President Salinas took out 3 zeros out of the peso. We were at 3,000, and it becomes 3 pesos. But guess what? If you have your retirement plan and you have 1,000,000 pesos, it became 1,000 pesos. So you can imagine that we don't want to see the exchange rate comes that fast down. Not at all. So the real thing is, like what Mrs. Uribaldi said, in 2017 is expected to be higher. And the markets are not showing that this is going to change in a short time. It is increasing, as a matter of fact. Today I was reading a statement of the Secretary of